Okay. Okay. Okay, parents, welcome to my at-home day with my boys. Just wanted to support you guys in starting off the M3 list since this is kind of new for you. I will be writing on this, but you'll see how you can actually do it on the checklist pretty quickly so that you can pass that in. So this list is not a list that either of my boys are at, but so pretend that we've just gone through our phonogram cards and our rule cards, because it's important that we do that first. Then they would have had all the phonograms they need and the rules they need for this list. Okay, so I'm going to take my checklist and we're going to start with, okay boys, at the top you're going to write M3, so do that in cursive. If you cannot remember how to make a cursive M, I will show you on my handy dandy missing list. I would normally just have a sheet that I keep in here, but it seems to be missing, and I would show them how to make M3. Okay, so we're going to start with pencils down and eyes on me. It's really important, I know we had you sitting right beside your student so they could actually see the words, but you want to be sitting opposite your students and you don't want them to see the words. You want them to use their spelling muscles in their brain to form the words in their brain. It's kind of the difference as if I'm watching a workout video, I'm not getting the full effect of the video, but if I'm doing the video, then I get more of the effect. If you show the students the word, then they don't work their spelling muscles in their brain to put the picture of the word in their head. Seem to be respectful. Okay, so the first word is going to be the word swirl. My feet spin and spring, then I whirl and twirl as I swish and swirl. Swirl. Syllables? One. Okay, so now I'm just going to jot that down because Mrs. Goodwin wants me to pass this sheet in. And so I write that down there, and then I'm going to say to the boys, one syllable. Sound that out with me. What do you think it is? Okay, that's a good guess because it's most. It's a good guess because it's the most commonly.
is in church.
It's okay. It's a great guess because is and her is most used, but it's going to be is in first in this world. So say it as you write it. Okay. While they're doing that, I'm going to check off sound. They sounded it out. Zaki's getting a smiley face on the sheet because he's saying it as you write it. Xander's going to start saying it as you write it too. Okay, so you can see, I'm going to write on here, but they could actually teach me below. Okay, boys, I'd love for you to teach me this word. Okay, read the word to me.
Swirl.
Tell me how to mark this word.
Underline the as in first.
Underline as in first. Okay, you guys do that. While they're doing that, I'm checking on the right-hand side. Yeah, right-hand side of my learning list to see if there's anything I need to go over. That seems like it's it. I don't have any other questions to ask them. Okay, pencils down and eyes on me. We're going to next dictate the word follow. The best leader is one. So while I was writing on here, tell me how you would teach me how I would mark it. I would actually write that here, and then I could share with them. Since you're just working with one student and not doing this on a video, you could easily just mark it here and then do the rules. Okay, so gentlemen, follow. The best leader is one who will faithfully follow the Lord. Follow. How many syllables in follow?
2. 1.
Say it with your mouth closed.
2.
2. Yeah, if you say it with your mouth closed, you would hear follow. 2 syllables, okay? So what do we think the first syllable is?
Fall.
Sound that out.
Fa.
Ah, oh, ah, oh, ooh. Say it as you write it.
Ooh.
I don't hear you saying it as you write it. Ooh. Good. What'd you hear in the next syllable?
Low.
Yeah, it's going to be ooh, oh. You want to take a guess what O it is?
L-O.
Good job. Okay, say it as you write it. Put a pinky space there to show syllable break, and then do ooh, oh. Saying it as you write it?
Oh.
Oh. Next time. Okay.
Oh, that we what?
Ow, baby. Good. Okay.
What is it, the first?
Teach me the word. First syllable. Fall. Second syllable.
Low.
Low. Okay, friends. Tell me. Oop. Yeah. Okay. Now read the word.
Follow.
Tell me how to mark this word.
Underline the O
Why?
because it's multiple.
Nine-letter phonogram. Very good. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. And what else? Phonogram is ow-o.
Oh, you put a 2 over the O.
Put a 2 over that. So you guys would have written the word and done that on the checklist, and I don't see any rules that we really need to go over with that one, so we'll move on to the next one. Okay, boys, provide is going to be the next word. If God sends us on a stony path, he will provide us with strong shoes. Provide. How many syllables in provide?
2.
Mm-hmm.
2. Okay, good. What do you think the first syllable is? Yeah, sounds like it. We actually think to spell this word pro, okay? So we say prov, kind of all mixes in together, but to think to spell it, we're going to do pro. Oh, say it while you write it. Oh, good, I heard it. Okay. Now you tell me what you think the second syllable is.
Vide.
Sound that out.
I.
What do we need for that I to say I?
An E.
Okay, so say it as you write it. I, d, add a silent final E. Okay, don't mark it yet, friends. Stick with me. Don't go ahead of me. Okay, so you teach me this word. First syllable. You teach me first syllable. Pro. Teach me second syllable. Vide. Okay. You tell me how to mark it.
I like the each time.
No, you tell me. Tell me. Okay.
Then I will
Okay. First syllable, we would do what?
Flow.
Underline the O.
Because, what's the rule? A-E-O-U. Usually says A-E-O-U at the end of a syllable. What are we doing over in here? You tell me.
I to the E.
Yeah, because of that 7. Yeah, the vowel sound changes because of the E. Good. You write it. Now while they're writing it, see, I would have done all this here. And then rules, we hit the rules while we were going over it, so you just could put a check mark. We talked about the rules. Okay. 2 more words to go. Underneath provide, we're going to write the word build. Anyone can kick a barn down, but it takes a carpenter to build it. Build. How many syllables do you hear in the word build?
1.
How many do you hear?
1.
Okay. Now this one's tricky. If I think to spell this word ba-ild, how many syllables if I think to spell it
I figured
ba-ild?
we were going to do that.
Okay. So if I think to spell it ba-ild, because the reason I do that is to help me understand how to do this. 1 syllable word, but we may exaggerate to 2 for spelling. Ba-ild. First syllable would be what, boys? Ba, so write that. So we can really hear those sounds. What's the second syllable? I, u, d. Say it as you write it. Okay. Okay. You're going to teach me the word. First syllable. Second syllable.
Ild.
Okay.
I'm doing the
Tell me how I would mark
I'm
it.
doing the U.
Do we say boo-ild?
No.
Okay. Now, you're going to think boo. I know that you just thought that because usually you says you at the end of a syllable. So to mark it special, let's put a number 1 over it. We don't write a lot of 1s. Most things are 1s, but when it's different than what we'd expect, we write a 1 to mark that. And then that would be it. Okay. Last word. Okay, I know. Underneath the word build, we're going to write recover. Recover. How many syllables in the word recover?
3.
Sound it out, Xander. What's the first sound you hear? Re. Say it as you write it. Say it as you write it.
Call.
Cov. K-A-V. Pinky space between those. What do you hear for the last syllables in there? What do you think it is?
Oh, it's her.
Is in her, you're right. We use that most of the time. Very good. Okay, great. Now, teach me first syllable. Teach me second syllable.
Call.
Teach me third syllable.
Okay,
you tell me how to mark this
I'm
word.
going to E
Why?
because it's an E.
E says E at the end of a syllable.
And then underline the
As in her because it's a multi-letter phonogram. Okay. Now, done the whole list. There, I don't just give them 5. We think to spell, we read. We think to spell, we read to try to cement it in their brain. Then I would say, close your books. I'm going to give you a quiz. I'm doing that to figure out what words we need to work on this week. You guys are dismissed.
Sweet.
Okay. Now, okay. One last thing that I wanted to say. Xander, don't. Upstairs. Thank you. One last thing that I wanted to say. I know that it might seem like an awful lot of work. If you're going to say to me, Mrs. Goodwin, my child is a brilliant speller, this is a really long way to do spelling when they're going to get an A on the end. I just want to address that question because I'm not sure it's been addressed sufficiently. I was an okay speller in all my grades that I was in. We stopped spelling in 5th and 6th grade, and I got to high school and college, and I couldn't spell. I've been an English teacher that could not spell for 11 years now or something crazy like that. This spelling program, even though I've only been doing it at the 3rd and 4th grade level, with 3rd and 4th grade words that I pretty much know how to spell anyway, the tools that I'm gaining have allowed me to become a good speller. So even though I'm just sticking with words that my kids are learning, it's taught me in the past 4 years how to spell words like we just got the word habituation in science. So you might think, this is an awful lot of work for a spelling program that my child would probably get an A in if I just give them the list anyway. What you're giving them, what I didn't get in my education and other people didn't get in their education, are tools that they can take in high school and they can take in college and they can spell these words in the future. So it's a lot more work than a lot of these regular workbooks that we could do, but they're carrying these tools with them into the future. So my extra challenge assignment for you guys is in the back of the learning logs. Oh, I wanted to have one handy. Hold on. I'm coming. I should have grabbed this handy. I forgot at the very, very beginning. I just wanted to show you. Okay. At the back of the learning logs, we have the multi-reference page here and then the spelling section. We're going to work backwards and move forwards. When your child comes across a word in science that's really difficult, like we're doing apologia and we had the word habituation. So to show these kiddos that these skills, and to show you guys too, that these skills will carry forward, I would ask that you maybe take that word, figure out the syllables, habituation. Okay, so we would go, what do you think the first syllable is? Habituation. Okay, so you work with them and you take a really difficult word and then you apply the rule. You break it into syllables and you apply the rules. We would mark this because U says U at the end of a syllable. A says A at the end of a syllable. Sean. Okay. Even if you're not there yet, if you just have the kids write it down and bring it in, I'll show them how we would mark this word. For every 5 words that you guys gather, I'll give an extra point on spelling. And that's not like 1 extra point. It means they've gotten an extra word correct. So it's like an extra 5 points on the spelling test. So I just wanted to give you guys an incentive. If you're finding like, this is so much work, I promise you you're giving them skills in the future. And this will help to reinforce that you can use this program in other places. So everyone's doing a wonderful job. I appreciate your patience as we try to get this flying off the ground. I know this is a more complicated program, but if it can turn a 35-year-old non-speller 4 years later into a 39-year-old who can spell, that's saying a lot because my brain isn't as sticky as your kids are. So have a blessed week. Thanks for your patience, and I'm here to support you.